Hi, everyone. I'm Seth.
Hi, guys. I'm Monique.
And this is
Gay Math. The Gay Math Podcast.
With Seth
and Monique.
This is Gay Math.
Okay.
With Seth and Monique. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. We're back with another episode of Gay Math Podcast.
You know, sometimes when you've gone through a lot over the past couple days, speaking isn't necessarily your strong suit.
No, my brain is still fried.
Yes.
Like, I feel like words, I'm still having trouble. We're so exhausted still.
Yeah.
But we're back.
We're back.
Is this episode 8?
I think so, yeah.
That's crazy. We're coming up on 10, double digits.
That's going to be really exciting. For our 10th episode, what should we do?
I mean, there's so many things we could do. We could have a celebrity guest.
Right.
We could...
For our 10th episode, we get a celebrity guest.
Yeah, 10 episodes in, we have Zendaya on. I think that's fair.
Right. You know. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm Monique.
I'm Seth.
And this is Gay Math Podcast.
Yay, episode 8.
Yes, welcome back. Sorry, there's stuff on the mic. Ugh. Welcome back.
It's another episode, and if you've seen the title, then you maybe have a hint as to what this episode is about.
Yes. We are talking about Coachella.
Coachella, because it just happened 2 days ago, some would say, and we're zombies.
Yeah, we're talking about it once again because our last video was pre-Coachella. This video is after our... Hello?
There's someone with a leaf blower now outside of our window.
Yes.
And then they're probably going to come and stand right there and leaf blow.
Probably.
But we're in our Airbnb in Palm Springs, so there's a lot happening. It's cute, though.
Yeah.
I like where we're staying. And the last episode was more like Coachella in general. Mm-hmm. This is going to be what the fuck happened this weekend at Coachella weekend 1. We're going to be at weekend 2 again in a couple days.
Yes.
So we've got some recovering to do before that happens. But yeah, we're just going to recap weekend 1 and just chit chat about it. Talk about the celebs we saw, the parties we went to, the sets, who we saw,
the parties.
some highlights. The party.
But okay, arguably the party of the season. So.
Yeah, it was like, if this is the influencer Olympics, that was like gold.
If that's the one party we could have gone to, that was the party to go to.
Yeah, so we can talk about it. We went to Neon Carnival.
We did.
But yeah, how should we even like begin to start this? Should we just go day by day?
Yeah, but I also think we should start off with that this Coachella is, I don't want to say that it's very different than all the other ones because I don't really think it's that different, but I feel like this year the conception of like what Coachella was going to be is very different. And a lot of people were like, Coachella isn't it anymore. Like, it's not fun anymore. Like, it's so boring. It's stupid, blah, blah. And I saw so many videos of people being like, Coachella is out, like, whatever. But then as Coachella was happening, everybody all of a sudden switched up and was like, oh, I wish I was at Coachella this year.
I'm having FOMO this year, blah, blah, blah.
And then so many people were like, oh, I thought we all agreed we weren't going to Coachella. No, we didn't agree that we weren't going to Coachella.
No one ever agreed that.
No.
Yeah, I feel like specifically the past 2 Coachellas, everyone has hated on it so much. It's gotten, what happened to 2014 Coachella? That was like the prime. Bring back. I just can't. Bring back flower crowns. Like, everyone hating on Coachella. And then this year, a switch up happened, which is interesting. But I did see a video of someone like criticizing it or criticizing fashion, and the comments again were like, what happened to 2014 Coachella? And then I saw some comments like, why are people dressed like it's winter? It was 90 degrees. And I was like, clearly you weren't there, because if you were there, you would know how freezing it was this weekend.
It was very cold.
It was, I think, the coldest Coachella.
Yeah.
Not ever. I haven't been to all of them, but in the past like 4 that I've gone to, this was the coldest.
Yeah. I agree.
The perception online is interesting this year.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
Just like literally why.
My God.
The thing is, you probably can't even hear it because these are pretty good mics. But
yeah, but the way that it's so distracting because it's like right back.
if you're, there's literally a man standing right there, leaf blowing.
I wish you could hear it. You probably, I don't know if you can, but anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Coachella this year was very interesting because I think the lineup was very like hit or miss for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I could say that everybody I've seen talk about Coachella has been like, the lineup's not really good this year. Like, it's not exciting, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay, but when you saw everybody performing, it ate.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good. I just think in general, like, Coachella is more of like a marathon than it is like
a sprint.
Yes. Yes. It's more of a marathon. You kind of just take it as it comes.
Yeah.
And also, literally, what am I talking about? I'm like,
I was just thinking that like our brains are so fried. Like maybe we should have written down some notes.
Like what the fuck?
Because what is this episode? If you can tell, it's just Sweet and Sleep for 3 days, basically. Like,
yeah.
Like she said, a marathon.
Yeah,
it's literally a marathon. I mean, we walk probably 10 plus miles every day.
Yeah.
We're on our feet for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's fun. I had the best time.
Me too. Yeah.
Like the music was good. There's between our brains being fried, this man outside of our thing, leaf blowing. I'm sure he's going to come in here next. Like, yeah, I just can't.
He's going to stand there and we're going to be like,
hi, sir.
Hey. But yeah, no, literally. Okay. So I'm trying to think about where we start off because.
Yeah. I'm like, do we just go through it? Like,
yeah.
Start with Friday, talk about the highlights. Do we yeah.
Because basically we were saying that we would do a recap of like how we felt about Coachella this year or like what we experienced and stuff. And genuinely, I feel like it was unexpected for me personally because I feel like so many things happened that I was just like, oh wow, like this was like surprisingly really good or like really fun or whatever.
Yeah. Also, my thing is like,
excuse
me. We're a mess. It's fine. Yeah. The thing with the lineup is if someone is placed on the Coachella lineup, there's a reason for that. Like, even if it's not your fave people, it's going to be a good show. Like, I don't know, even if it's someone that you're not like obsessed with, but you're like, oh, I like this song. Let's go to their set. Like, I feel like that's how you fall in love with people is seeing them perform live. Like, I don't know, Victoria Monet, for example, like,
yeah, she was really good.
I was like, oh, I like some of her music. Let's go to her show. And then like was literally blown away by the performance. And now I'm obsessed with her. Like, I'm going to be listening to her music more. And like, yeah. So even if it's not like your fave artist of all times, like it's going to be some amazing performances, choreography, dancers, special guests. Like it's going to be iconic.
Yeah.
It's Coachella.
And, I think we approached it very differently this year because usually every year we like drive here, we get an Airbnb, and then we like drive to the festival and then drive home at night. This year we decided to Uber, which was really interesting. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's for sure annoying, like waiting at night, but I mean.
Yeah, the thing is, you're leaving a music festival with 100,000 people.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the smoothest, quickest, easiest process, however you do it. But yeah, I was honestly pleasantly surprised with the Ubering. Like, yes, we had to wait a while. Like, of course, there's so many people leaving. It would take a while to book an Uber, but like, I don't know, when we would drive, we would get to the car and then sit there for an hour before we could even leave the parking lot. And then we had an hour drive home on top of that. Like, especially the last night, like we were in the parking lot and an Uber came and
right away.
And then it's like 20 minutes to home and I didn't have to drive. And that took a lot of stress away from it for me because driving is really stressful. Like that traffic is crazy. and I would like dread it all day. Being at the festival all day, I'd be like, ugh, I have to drive home after this. Like, it just took that away from it. So that was definitely enjoyable. And the Ubers weren't like crazy.
No, they weren't that expensive. I mean, there was one time where we like got home for like $60, $50. I think one time we took a $30 Uber.
Yeah, like some of them, and so we were expecting some of them maybe to be like $100+ I mean, I've paid more than for Ubers in LA.
Yeah,
like going to your house if we go out, or like coming home from the bars at night. Like I've paid more than we did from Coachella.
Yeah. And also when you split Ubers with 3 people, because I mean eventually we're gonna have to like tally everything up and like split it, but when you split it with 3 people,
yeah, what's a $40 Uber between 3 people? I mean, we would have spent that on gas money for the car, or, so
yeah,
and we were drinking and stuff, so like that was like the safest option. And the Uber drivers were complaining that they weren't making as much money this year, but I was like, sorry.
Yeah, I just like, that was weird because like obviously respect to them for like being out there all day and like trying to like make money and stuff, but I just don't. I'm like, okay, like you're complaining that you can't like benefit from price gouging at this point in time. You're
complaining that we're not getting exploited finally, like we're getting fair pricing for an Uber.
I just feel like it was some of the comments. I was like, no, like I get where you're coming from because you're like an Uber driver and this is like your job, but also at the same time, I don't want to have to spend like hundreds of dollars to go like 20 minutes away from here.
Especially at somewhere like a music festival, because like we said, there's lots of alcohol, there's drugs there, and like for people who are partaking in so many weird noises. A plant fell off the thing yesterday that terrified us. Like, it's just been shocking. But for me, it boils down to like Ubers are the safest way for people to travel when they're drinking, when they're doing drugs, and when they price gouge at such insane $200-$300 for an Uber home. Like, people aren't going to pay that. They're going to make bad choices. They're going to drive to avoid that. Like, this is literally saving lives, Ubering, you know? Like, I know that may be a little dramatic, but when people are drinking, they don't need to be behind a wheel. So like having fairly priced Ubers could literally save lives.
Yeah, like, so the Uber situation was pretty interesting. It wasn't too bad.
Nah.
But also we were thinking about like doing the shuttle this year.
Yes, we did consider that as an option because they do have like pickup points and you can take, they're literally like charter buses.
Yeah. So we were thinking about that, but I mean, we've never experienced that to kind of know like whether we like it or not. But I kind of like the ease of like just walking out and leaving, not like having to go somewhere else and
get on a bus. The bus takes you to the drop off. Then you have to Uber from the drop off back to your Airbnb or drive. So yeah, the Uber is nice. It picks you up there and drops you off literally out here. So that was nice.
Yeah. Maybe one year we'll try the shuttle, but or the greatest thing would be if like more of us are driving, then one of us can like say at the end of the night, hey, I'll drive today. We can just take the car. Right. Because like, granted, that's easy because then you don't have to pay for an Uber. But at the same time, again, you're like waiting in the traffic and like whatever.
Yeah. Because that doesn't remove the traffic part of it. So you still have to deal with that. But yeah, I thought the Ubering was fine.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, weekend one, Friday. So what did we get up to Friday? Our outfits.
Yes. So this year, like we talked about in our last video, this year we approached Coachella super differently in terms of like outfits and like stuff and, you know, what we were wearing and what we wanted to like look like, I would say, throughout the whole festival. I for sure was like comfort over like everything.
Yes.
Granted, my first outfit on Friday was a bit like, I had to be careful, like, because I didn't realize how easily it got stained.
Oh, yeah.
But still, it was, like, comfy. I had, like, specific, like, chafing gel, which I did not know existed.
Amazing. Yeah, how did you like it?
Amazing. That's, I will recommend that to everyone. Hey, everyone, if you're a girl or a boy, I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
Or non-binary, live your
they, them.
They, them, and you don't want to chafe during Coachella, get the chafing gel. It literally all day. It worked all day.
You didn't have to reapply?
No, I didn't have to reapply. It worked all day. And walking around at a music festival, like, you're obviously like your legs are rubbing and like whatever. So,
especially with like the heat, sweating. Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. So I wasn't in pain at all. Thank God. So yeah.
Yeah. I think day one we learned a few lessons. Like, as we mentioned, it was very cold. Yeah. And like, that was my only issue with day one is I wasn't prepared for the cold.
Yeah.
So I had to buy a sweatshirt, which is fine. I was like wanting to get one anyway, but I had to buy a sweatshirt and that wasn't enough. I was still so cold. Like, it was freezing.
Yeah.
It was really cold this year. And yeah, we went to Walmart. We bought like hand warmers for day 2 and 3. Day 3, I wore 2 pairs of sweatpants under my pants, and then I wore 2 sweatshirts, and I had a great time. Yeah. I was so warm and cozy. Like, you were the same way. You had a hoodie, a jacket, like leggings under your pants.
Yeah. Like, I think, honestly, at this point, I feel very much like whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I was telling Seth about this in the car the other day, that this weekend is supposed to be hotter than last weekend. But I'm like,
I know part of me is like, I want to be in sweats again and sneakers. It was so comfortable.
Literally, we walked around all day, no problems.
No pain.
Literally, like, yeah.
I know. This weekend, I'm like, I need to bring a hoodie again and like take my pics. And then when the sun sets and it gets freezing cold, I want to be cozy and comfy.
Yeah, like, I don't care anymore.
We've been to Coachella hundreds of times now. It's like, I just want to be comfortable and have fun.
At this point, like, I was even thinking like weekend 2, I'm like, do I need to even take pictures of my outfits? Like,
you literally don't have to take a single picture.
I know.
But yeah, I also see that complaint online of people being like, Coachella outfits are so boring this year. Like, people need to step it up. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry we want to be comfortable.
Right,
I'm sorry I don't want to be in pain for 16 hours and have my toes bleeding and be constantly tugging and pulling at my outfit and like constantly worried and having to ask you, like, how does it look? Is everything straight? No, that's not okay for 12 hours.
Because here's my thing, like, and I think this is a good place to like get into, I feel like, because right now we're driving a train that we don't really know where it's going.
There's no direction. We're just like kikiing about weekend 1. There's no rhyme or reason to this. We're just chatting with our friends.
But yeah, so a lot of people were like disappointed in people's outfits. I've seen so many videos of people like rating Coachella outfits, and honestly, obviously everybody has a different perspective on what they think is good or not.
Right.
And some people love more simplistic outfits. Some people want to see like drama, whatever. But the thing is that people who have never been to Coachella, and this is not like ragging on people who've never been, or if you've never been to a festival, Coachella, whatever it is, you don't understand what it's like to wear the same thing for hours, and whether or not like that means whether you're gonna have a good day or a bad day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally like, I'm sitting in this for hours. Sometimes I'm gonna be walking, sometimes I'm gonna be on the floor. Like, I need to be able to like maneuver, like if anything happens, like I need to be able to just like, you know, go whatever. And like, I think people don't understand that influencers going to Coachella and normal people going to Coachella is very different. Like, sometimes like an influencer who's wearing this outfit sometimes they don't even stay at the festival all day.
They will literally, and so they have drivers, so like they can come and go. Some of them change, like some of them literally go into the festival, take pics, leave, change, and then like it's just the reality of being in an uncomfortable outfit for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Which before I ever went to Coachella, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand what it was like. And I don't know, you just think about other events in your life where you're like, I want to get dressed up and take a picture. Yeah. It's always different. If it's like you're going out to dinner, it's like you take the picture and then you're sitting at dinner. Right. You're not like walking for 12 hours. Like imagine going to literally Disneyland in like an uncomfortable outfit. Like that would be horrible. Yeah. It's like you're on your feet all day. You're standing in long lines. Like you have to be comfortable.
Yeah. Like that's my thing. Like that I think people need to understand is like influencers, they come sometimes just for like one person or like whatever. They'll take a picture and then go. Like they have golf carts that they let's say you're like in an artist area or a VIP area. Some VIP people I think can use the golf carts, it depends, but I think you're in an artist area, right? You're with an influencer who's wearing a sickening outfit. Yeah. Sometimes they don't even go to the festival at all. They just go to Palm Springs to go to the parties. Yep. So they're at the parties, whatever. They're taking these pictures. You think they're at Coachella. They're not at Coachella. Yep. And then sometimes they wear the outfit, like Seth said, get back in their car, go back, change, come back. And like literally so many people go back home, change into their warm outfit, their comfortable outfit, whatever it is, and come back. But like if you're like us, whether it's like you parked your car here, then you have to walk all the way back to your car and go get whatever it is and then come back in. It's not like very close.
That would probably take like at least an hour. Yeah. To walk, you would have to exit the music festival. Right. Walk miles to your car, come back, get in line, go through security again, rescan in. Like it would be a nightmare to do that.
Exactly. So it's like, and then also lockers. I totally get having a locker, but at the same time, I'm like fucked up and I have to remember, oh shit, I have to go back and get my stuff.
Yeah. Like, it's also $80 for a locker. Right. $80. Right. For a small locker, by the way. Right. If you want a bigger locker, it's over $100. No. For a locker. No. And then what? We Ubered, so we're supposed to exit the festival, Uber home, Uber back. Like, no. Once we get there, if you're a normal person, you're at the festival. You're not leaving. You're not coming back and forth. Yeah. You're only doing that if have a ton of money or you're famous.
Yeah. Like if we were staying super close and it was like a walk away or a bike ride, maybe I would be like, you know what? It is getting cold. Let's like walk home, change, and then come back.
There's 2 hours. We're not obsessed with any of the artists. Let's go home, get cozy, and then come back. Sure. Yeah,
but most of the time when you go, you bring everything with you. You have everything on you because you're going to be there all day. Yeah. So
it's a whole different thing. And people need to realize that we want to be comfortable. Yeah. And I'm sorry if the outfits aren't up to your level while you're sitting at home. But we want to be comfortable at the festival. I'm bitter about it. I'm just like, why? Everyone has so much to say about it. Yeah. It's like, sorry, we want to be comfortable.
Yeah. I'm just like, whatever at this point. Honestly, like if I look nice and I feel good, I don't care. Like literally the last day of Sunday, I wore like pants, a t-shirt, a jacket, and then by the end of the night it was freezing, so I wore a hoodie and a hat. Gave looks. Yeah. Sickening. I looked sickening because period, I always look incredible. Right. But
exactly.
I looked gorgeous.
And you were comfortable and warm.
And I had the best time of my life. Like,
yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how I feel about outfits. I'm just like, you know what? If people want to dress up and get crazy, get cute, period, that's their business. But also, if people are just wearing like whatever, like literally let them live.
Yes. That's my thing with it. I'm not saying you can't dress up. You can't be uncomfortable. Right. Just know what you're getting into. Yes. But I think if someone wants to wear literally sweats to Coachella, just let them do it. Like, what does it matter? Why does our Coachella outfits have to be like these iconic show stopping. I love the fashion. I love seeing cool outfits, but like, at what cost?
Yeah, no, I agree too, because I think we said in our last video that the outfit part of Coachella is one of our favorites, and that truly is like one of my favorite parts. And I love watching people who, one, have the time, have the energy and the ability to like wear the same thing all day and do that. I love that. And I think it's cool and exciting to see what people come up with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at this point, I've done this too many times for me to be like, okay, I'm going to suffer today.
At the expense, like, for what?
Yeah.
Why are we forcing ourselves to be miserable the whole time?
No, literally. I wore like these cowboy boots, and I wore them 2 days in a row because learning from last year, I was like, okay, if I wear the same shoes multiple times, my feet won't hurt as bad if I change shoes.
Right.
So I wore them twice, but then after the second time, I was like, I can't for a third time in a row. Like, I literally can't.
Yeah. Day 2, both day 1 and day 2, I wore boots. The second day I wore boots and they have a heel, and like my feet hurt really bad at the end of the night. And I was like, I will be wearing sneakers tomorrow. Like my feet hurt so bad. And it puts a damper on things. Like you're trying to enjoy the music, but like if your feet are hurting or you're uncomfortable, it takes you out of it. It takes the fun away a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, also on the, on the topic of shoes, this has nothing to do with shoes, but it has to do with an item.
Okay.
So I have tons of sunglasses. I love sunglasses so much. They're some of my favorite things to collect. So does Kiki, who was here with us. She's not here anymore, sadly. She left. She came with us for weekend 1.
Yep.
But also great experience. Honestly, before we get into the sunglasses thing, like we said in our last video, going to Coachella with the right people is so important, because this is our second time in a row going with Kiki, and truly incredible. Like, she's always down to like have a good time, to jump around to different sets. Like she's also the coolest person, does like I just, every time we see her or we talk to her, I'm just like, she's like literally so cool. She does all these cool things. Like I'm obsessed with her, but truly, like, going to Coachella with the right people will make you feel so comfortable, so happy, and just in general, like, excited to be with your friends, like dancing to music or whatever. But so Kiki, shout out to you. We love you.
Love you, Kiki. And miss you.
We miss you, and we're glad that we have now become a Coachella group.
Coachella squad.
Yes.
If you want to join our Coachella squad, that's just too bad.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Kidding. You're all welcome to join us.
Right. Just be ready to pitch in for the Airbnb. That's it.
And the Ubers.
Yes, and the Ubers. But back to sunglasses. Okay, so I have expensive sunglasses, and then I have sunglasses that I get from like the Melrose Trading Post or whatever.
Yeah, like $20. Cheap sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought 2 pairs of Balenciaga sunglasses with me. One of them is somewhere that I don't really know. Hello. Sorry, it was vibrating. It was bothering me.
Distracting.
But yeah, so 2 pairs of Balenciaga sunglasses. One of them is like somewhere around here because I haven't taken it out. The other pair is like it's my favorite pair of sunglasses. It's so cool. They look so vintage, and I bought them to the festival with me one day because I was like, they look so good with this outfit. Let me bring them. Middle of the night, we're running to go see Lil Uzi Vert because we were like in the back or whatever. We're like, oh, we should get closer. I literally for a moment stop, and I'm like, and I go, boom. I realize my sunglasses are freaking gone. So then we start panicking because we're both out of our minds at this point. Like, we're both like.
And also, as I mentioned earlier, we were at a music festival.
Right.
Drinks were flowing. Things were happening. Was I in the best of mind space to be on a scavenger hunt?
No, we were out of our minds because, one, we're tired. We've been up all day. Like, we're like, you have drinks, you know, maybe you do some other stuff. I don't know what you do, but
we don't know your life.
Yeah, you're like drinking, whatever. Yeah,
popping pills.
I don't know. Maybe that's
Pop Molly. I'm sweating.
Maybe that's your tea, but
Percocet.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
So we're like tired, and I'm like, oh God. These sunglasses I paid hundreds of dollars for are literally just gone. We took like first maybe 5 minutes to look for them, and I was like, no, they're gone. And then,
which keep in mind, we're at a music festival.
It's also
there's hundreds of thousands of people there. It's dark.
It's the nighttime.
We don't even know exactly when she lost them.
No.
So it's like, where do we even begin to look?
Yes.
It's also, again, pitch black darkness. So she had her flashlight out.
Yep.
So we just like kind of started retracing our steps.
Yeah. And we tried for 10 minutes, and then I was like, no, they're gone. And then Seth was like, no, they're probably somewhere. I was like, no, they're gone. Like literally, let me just get it out of my head so I don't ruin the rest of the night. Cause Little Uzi was so good.
Uzi was so good.
And then he was like, no, like let's look for them. And I was like, no, they're just gone. Like I can't. And then we tried again. We didn't find it. And then Seth was like, no, let's actually look one last time. We're gonna find them. And I was like, no, I think somebody took them. Like they probably saw them on the ground and picked them up. They're like Balenciaga sunglasses. Who wouldn't pick that up, right?
Right.
And then we walk. We stopped somewhere. I don't know why we stopped, but I think we stopped. And then you looked on the ground and you're like, wait.
I was like, is that them? She snatched them up so quick.
That was the best moment of my life.
And we were like,
I also then broke them.
Yeah. She did shatter them the next day.
I did shatter them, so I will have to take them to Balenciaga and say, hey, can you fix these for me?
Yeah.
But I did break them, but like it's better that I have them than I don't.
You can get them repaired.
Yeah, I'll get them repaired. And that is what I'm going to say to you guys. If you have things that you do not want to lose, do not bring them to Coachella with you.
No.
Like, even if it's a pair, I know sunglasses are like really essential at Coachella because it's very hot.
Yeah.
And
very bright.
Yeah. Very bright, very hot. And if you have enough space in your bag or something, just put them in there, but just don't carry them on your person. Anything that you don't want to lose. Because not only will you maybe lose them, but maybe you're not paying attention. Somebody might take them off of you or something. Yeah, that's like a thing that we also were very cautious about this year. Like, because a lot of people have gotten pickpocketed. Even last year, there were so many videos of people being like, I lost my phone at Coachella. Like, somebody stole my phone. Yeah, so.
And I mentioned, I think in the last one, that at a music festival recently, my wallet was stolen. So we were like, I wanted to be very careful.
Yeah.
And on that vein, this is not sponsored, but I found these on Amazon. And if you're not watching the YouTube video, it's just a thing that goes on your phone. It like sticks to the inside of your case, and there's like this chain that comes off of it. And I clipped it one day to my belt loop and then put my phone in my pocket. So if someone tried to take it, they couldn't take it because it's attached to you. I also clipped it onto my bag, and then you can clip it into this little like loop and wear it on your wrist like this. Game changing.
Yeah, I decided to clip it on like a bracelet because I didn't carry a bag with me, so I'm usually like always holding my phone in my hand anyway. So I figured if I have it around, then I don't have to think about it. And it'll still be with me. So yeah, we got these. They really work. I suggest like getting something like that because, again, after this weekend, I've seen so many videos of people being like, oh, I got my phone stolen at Coachella. There are people, like the same people that exist in WeHo, if you're from LA and you know, the same people that are in WeHo stealing people's phones are the same people who go to Coachella to steal phones. They're like professionals, phone stealers.
They like buy a Coachella ticket to go and steal phones.
Yeah.
Like there's operations of people like stealing stuff. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And these, I'm going to use these like when we go out, when like anywhere. I think it's so helpful to have. And yeah, I don't know, do you know Brett, the influencer? He makes like POV videos. I don't know, but he was saying his phone he was standing at a set and someone literally took his phone out of his pocket and ran away. So like it happens. People will just take it out of your pocket.
Girl.
And I would be livid.
No, I would be livid. I absolutely, if I felt someone going in my pocket, I'd literally be like, what? Like, I would lose my fucking mind. I don't care if everybody's looking at me while I'm standing there screaming at someone.
No.
I absolutely am screaming at you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
what?
In WeHo, one time I felt someone was taking my phone out of my pocket, and I had to grab my phone because I could feel them taking it out of my pocket. And I was drunk. But yeah, once I grabbed it, I was like, oh, that was weird. And then I was like, wait, that person was trying to take my phone out of my pocket.
Stop stealing. That's so
Seriously,
gross. Like,
steal from the rich.
Right.
Not
like
normal people.
Like, girl. But also, yeah. So anything, or you could also, I think one of the things that Coachella lets you do is like, you can register your stuff.
Yes.
So if it gets lost or stolen, it can pop up like they have a lost and found after both weekends, and you can see if your stuff is still there.
Yeah.
Or like if it's like stolen or something, it'll like, I don't know the stolen, but I know like lost, they'll put it all together in a database, whatever, for everyone to like look at, so you can like locate your items basically.
Yeah.
So
just take little precautions like that and avoid things like that.
Yeah. Don't bring hundreds of dollars in sunglasses to Coachella.
No. Let's leave our nice sunglasses at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about like the artist that we saw, like music wise?
Yeah. So Friday.
What were some of our highlights?
Friday for me, my highlight was definitely Lana, obviously.
Lana was amazing. We just we also bought a little like picnic blanket type thing. It's one of those, it's for like the beach, or like it folds up really small. We just like laid on the blanket because Lana's not like an up and dance vibes.
Yeah.
So we just like laid in the grass, like vibed, listened to her set. It was so good. She brought out Billy, which was amazing.
Yeah.
That was definitely a highlight. Who else was Friday?
Friday was, I think Lil Uzi was on Friday.
Uzi was so good.
Very good. Like, honestly, like that. Okay. So for Lana, first, I have literally loved Lana since I was like younger, and like seeing photos of her on Tumblr. So this is the first time I ever got to see her like in person and like live.
Yeah.
She so beautiful,
so
gorgeous. She sounded amazing.
Yep.
And it was just 10 out of 10 experience. Billy coming out, and then Billy singing Video Games.
Oh my god.
Video Games is it's one of the most beautiful songs. So to hear Billy singing it, insane.
Yep.
Uzi was really good. He was fun, like played some of his best songs.
Yep.
I think that was Friday, right?
Yeah. And was Friday the Japanese house?
Oh my god, yeah.
And
Japanese house.
Chapel Roan.
Great.
Peso Pluma.
Okay. We have to stop and talk about that for 1 second, because Peso Pluma, I am not really that big of a fan of Peso Pluma. Just because I don't really know, like I get his vibe, but you know, I just wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But when we sat down and watched his set was so good.
It was so fun.
It was very good, like very well done, well put together.
Yep.
Yeah, he did an incredible job, and I'm glad like we stopped to watch him.
Agreed.
Because it was really good.
100%.
Peso Pluma.
Okay, then Saturday was...
Wait, we only saw 3 people on Friday? No, that's not true. Stop.
Chapel Roan.
That was Friday?
Okay. Japanese house, Chapel Roan, then Uzi, then Peso Pluma, then what did we do until Lana? Let me pull up my camera roll. The way that we literally don't remember
the timeline of that. No clue.
It just all blends together in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Maybe we ate food.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes. Oh
Sabrina Carpenter. How could we forget?
Right. How could we forget that? She was incredible.
Who is this?
Barry was there.
Oh my God, Suki Waterhouse.
Oh my God. Okay, how did we forget that? Okay, first of all, Suki and Sabrina, were incredible.
Literally incredible. Sabrina looked amazing. She's so cute and funny and quirky. I love her.
Barry was there, which, in case you all wanted to know that, he was there. And Suki Waterhouse was also really great.
She was gorgeous, just had a baby, and was on stage killing it.
Yeah, her set, like the set design of her set was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Rob was there with the baby.
Of course. And if you don't know who Rob is, Robert Pattinson, by the way. Just to throw that out there.
But
there were lots of celebs this year, which we can talk about too at some point.
Yeah. So that was Friday. Really good day, solid day. I think the thing that really closed it out for me was Lana.
Yeah, that was a great way to end the day.
So then going into Saturday, we just saw Billy with Lana, right? Incredible. Okay, and as we're heading to the festival, I look on Billy's Instagram story and I see her post round 2 ?
So we knew going into it, Billy was performing at some point or doing something on Saturday. Did we know where? Did we know what time? Did we know with what artist?
No.
And also on the lineup, there were a couple surprises. So we were like, how are we going to figure this out? There's hundreds of artists happening at the same time. Like, how are we going to know where she's going to be? But then we were sitting watching the bleachers.
Oh my God. Yes. We were watching the bleachers.
And then where we're sitting, by the way, because we're not like obsessed with the bleachers.
No.
The bleachers, I'm sorry, you're amazing and incredible and gorgeous, I'm sure, but you just weren't one of our faves. So we were just chilling. And then we get a text message from Miss Kiki that says, Billy is performing at the Do Lab in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What did we do?
We shot up faster than the first time we did that when we thought Justin Bieber was on stage.
Yes. We were sitting and then we were standing. I don't know how it happened, but we were immediately standing. I grabbed the blanket and we started running.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, Do Lab is like the DJ stage. So it's where all like, it's literally a rave. It's the rave stage. It's the EDM music. So, I mean, we got there and we were like, what is this going to be? Is she going to perform? Is she going to like, because it was a DJ set. So we were like, how is this going to work?
Yeah.
So yeah, we made it to the set in time.
Thank God.
Celebs everywhere.
Yes.
There were so many celebs at this set. There's no artist section. There's no VIP at this one. We were all in there together. And yeah, the DJ comes out. Brings Billy out and we just literally have like an hour dance party.
Yeah, it was like a dance party. She also played 3 new songs, which they were really good.
Yeah, loved her new songs.
We're trying to figure out if they were mixes of her songs or her actual new songs.
Because they were very upbeat, very dancey, very like Charlie XCX, very like not unlike her, her sound that we've come to know, like the acoustic slow vibes. It was not that. Yeah. So it was interesting. We were like, is this a remix? Is this the actual song? But it was so good. It was like a middle school dance.
Very much so.
She was up on stage with all of her friends having like the best time. It was so fun.
It was very fun. It was cool. And it's one of those things that like happen at Coachella that you have to be there for. And I think that's what's so great about Coachella is sometimes the surprises like are what make the day.
Yeah, because that wasn't on the lineup. That wasn't anything we knew was going to happen or was planned. And it was one of the highlights for me.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I was trying to see who else was Saturday.
Let's see.
We started out the day with Ray, which she was amazing.
Incredible.
What is this? Oh, then we went into the Yuma for a bit, which if you've ever been in the Yuma tent, me and Monique go in and get lost every time. We can never find the door to exit. We finally find a door. It's not really the exit. It's just to the bathrooms. It's always a whole thing.
We did, like, I think it was last year, we did almost get stuck in there.
We started to panic last year a little bit because every door we went to either wouldn't open or there would be security standing there being like, you can't go out this way, go over there. And then we'd go over there and it was the same thing. Like the doors wouldn't open or they would be like, you can't go out over here, go out over there. It was just a whole thing.
It's scary because it's like, okay, we had been drinking that night, whatever, like, and then we're like in there. We don't know. We're like,
it's also dark. There's lasers. It's so loud. Like It's just so crazy.
I literally think that time I thought, no, I'm gonna be stuck in here all night.
Literally. Okay, yeah. Then we saw Billy. Then we saw, oh my God, Ice Spice. Ice Spice
Incredible.
was amazing.
Incredible.
That was so much fun.
That was really good. She really did such a great job. And for all those Ice Spice people out there were like, she doesn't know how to perform, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you're coming from. I do.
Sure.
I do.
Yeah.
But that set, she did put on a performance. So it was really good.
It was really good. There was choreography. She was entertaining. She was great.
She did a great job. Yeah.
And then we saw No Doubt.
Olivia Rodrigo.
That was the highlight for me. No offense. If you love No Doubt and you love Gwen Stefani, I love that for you. They're just a little bit older. Like they said they hadn't performed in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago I was 15. So,
like,
yeah.
Of course, like I knew some of the songs and stuff. And also, also Gwen Stefani is an icon.
Yes.
But like.
That wasn't like. I wasn't stoked out of my mind for No Doubt. Yes. But it was fun. We just sat in the grass, chilled. Mm-hmm. They brought out Olivia Rodrigo.
Incredible.
So much fun.
My queen. I love her.
Oh, and then Tyler, the Creator. We finished the evening with Tyler, the Creator.
Yes.
He brought out
Childish Gambino. And then ASAP, which was incredible.
And then we ended up leaving a little early.
Oh, because we went to
Neon Carnival, which I guess we can talk about. If you don't know what Neon Carnival is, it's like a after party type vibes, but it's also kind of like its own little mini festival. Yeah. There's like a stage happening with DJs. It was DJ'd by I almost said James Kennedy from Vanderpump. And there were like carnival rides and free drinks and food and games and stuff. Yeah. And that is where like all of the influencers are. All the celebs go to Neon. Who was there? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo, Jeff Bezos.
Taylor Swift. I saw videos of, who else was there?
I think it was
Jeff Bezos. Which we said, I think.
Charli D'Amelio was there.
D'Amelios. Literally any influencer you can think of. Yeah. Noah Beck. We saw Vinnie Hacker, Brooke, Tana.
We can't talk about Vinnie Hacker right now.
No, or Noah Beck, to be honest.
No.
They looked so... I mean, literally any influencer you can think of, they were there. Mm-hmm. I mean... My roommate was there with us too, and she was like, there's just like no celebs here. Like, I haven't recognized anyone. I was like, every person we walked by has been an influencer. Yes, she just doesn't like care about influencers or celebs, but I was like, literally any social media person is here right now. Yeah.
Also like literally like just famous people there, which was insane. Yeah. I think like Kyle Richards was there or something. Yeah, some of the
housewives, the Vanderpump people.
Yeah. Obviously supporting James, probably going to see his set, whatever. Yeah. It was really cool. This was the first year that we got to go to Neon Carnival, and it's usually like one of the biggest parts of Coachella is getting into like a lot of the parties, but also Neon is like one of the most like crazy ones because when you go there, everything is like free. You don't have to pay for anything.
There was free alcohol, but they stopped serving it at 2. Yeah. And what time did we get there? 2.
Yeah, we got there at 2, but there's like free food, free drinks, like free games, like all this stuff, and like there's like a dance floor. It's literally so fun. Yeah, it was really cool.
The dancing was fun. I'm not gonna name any names, but I saw some of your favorite influencers partaking in
oh my god,
some substances in the form of white powder. So that was fun. Obviously not naming names, but I saw some of your favorite influencers doing lines of that's all I'm gonna say.
I have no comment.
Which is interesting. But I mean, what did we think they're doing?
Yeah. No.
Drinking water? Like, just no.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We saw Brooke, and from the podcast canceled. Brooke, what's her last name? Schofield?
Yeah, Brooke Schofield?
Schofield. I bumped into her, and I was like, I'm so sorry. She was beautiful. Mm-hmm. She was like, you're so good. We danced next to them. There was this situation happening where these two guys got in this like huge fight, and they were like pushing and shoving, and then we were like, maybe it's time to head out.
Yeah.
So after the fight, we headed home, saw the sunrise.
Yeah, because also here's the thing, like it'd be a different story if like we just went to go see like Tyler or something, or like some people and then went to Neon, but we were there like at the festival
by like 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. And then we like spent the rest of the day there, and then we went to Neon.
Yeah. So Sunday rolls around. We sleep in quite a bit.
Yeah.
I watched the sunrise. And no one we wanted to see until 5. So we didn't roll into the festival until 5. But yeah, I think Neon was really fun.
Yeah, Neon was fun. I would go again.
Yeah.
But also here's my thing about Coachella and the parties and everything. I understand going to parties at Coachella. I get it. It's fun. It's cool. You can see like a ton of people, like all that stuff. But at the same time, if I paid to see the festival,
yeah,
I'm going to be at the festival. Like
absolutely, like most of the time I want to be at the festival.
Right. If I paid money to be there, I'm going to be there. And you know why? It's so easy for influencers, celebs, whatever, to like just go and then leave because they have no stake in it really. Like either they're getting gifted like wristbands and like opportunities to go, or if they pay for it, they obviously make a lot more income than we do. So it's like, yeah, like they can like, oh, we'll just
pop around. We'll go to these parties. Maybe we'll pop into the festival for a sec.
Yeah.
We paid for the festival. We're going to be at the festival. I'm going to be sat in the grass. We did leave a smidge early for Tyler, but Tyler wasn't like my favorite. So I wanted to see him. We stayed for like...
Yeah, we
just left like a smidge early.
But also I think we left early just because it was freezing cold.
Yeah, it was also very cold.
I think... if it wasn't so cold, maybe we would have stayed longer.
I forgot about that. I was literally sitting there like this.
Yeah.
During Tyler's set, shivering.
Yeah. Like, I think we wanted to see originally we were going to see his whole set.
Yeah.
And then go, because Neon is not until like, 4? It doesn't end until 4. So we were going to see the whole thing. But then we were freezing, which I wore a bodysuit under my outfit.
We had heat warmers didn't even like begin to help.
No, I wore 2 socks, like literally.
So that's true. I forgot that's also why we left.
Yeah.
I mean, when this set started, I was like, I don't know if I can sit here for 2 hours, like shivering.
Yeah.
But I mean, once we got to Neon, it wasn't as cold.
No, and also there was like a ton of people around, like, and
we were dancing up, moving.
Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, Sunday.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, James Kennedy. He was fun.
He was great. Great mixes.
Okay, so next we get to the festival, and we started with Renee Rapp.
Incredible.
She was amazing.
Incredible.
Such an incredible singer. She brought out Kesha.
Yes.
Kesha sang TikTok. We heard TikTok, one of the most iconic songs of the 2010s.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful.
Yes. Renee has said forever that like she loves Kesha, and Kesha's one of her favorite people. So for her to bring out Kesha, highly suspected.
Yes.
But also incredible. They looked so beautiful. Renee, of course, sounds incredible.
Yeah.
So that, no complaints. 10 out of 10. She was incredible.
Yeah.
Like so good.
After that, we saw Victoria Monet, which we talked a little bit about, but incredible. I mean, full choreography for like an hour. We didn't even see a drop of sweat on her.
It was really insane.
And all of her dancers, gorgeous. None of them a drop of sweat, not even glistening.
Yeah.
Full choreography, full cardio. Victoria, amazing singer.
Yes.
So much fun.
Literally, some of these people... Okay, Miss Girl. Some of these people, watching them at Coachella is really a treat, because I think Coachella is like the perfect place for people to either experiment with what they want to do with their set, or to really put together the best show that they've ever like performed. And I think Coachella is like one of the biggest stages to do that, because one, it's not only like people there are watching it, but it's getting streamed to like thousands of people like across the country. Anybody who has YouTube can watch Coachella.
Yep.
So I think it's like the perfect time for you to really like put out the stops of like what you want to represent yourself as an artist. And some of these people literally do the most incredible things and put on such a good show that it just makes watching them at Coachella even better.
Yeah. Agreed. Let's see who else was Sunday. Okay. So after Victoria was, did we see J Balvin?
Yeah, we saw a portion of J Balvin.
And then we went to DJ Snake, which was scary.
No.
DJ Snake set. So first of all, we got there a little early. So I think the problem was we were like a little close.
Yeah, we were too close.
When we got there, it was like pretty empty in this section. So we're like, let's stand here. Like hundreds of thousands of people started coming and like shoving past us. And like, we like to stand kind of back. We like to have room to dance, to move. I don't want to be cramped. We talked about this in the last episode. So it just scary. The music was really intense. So we left DJ Snake, and then we went to, was Doja?
Hold on. We left DJ Snake. Also, here's the thing about this year. And I said in our last video, in your last podcast episode, I said that Coachella's really great about scheduling. This year,
some tough choices had to be made.
No, like literally we were like, oh, okay, we like Thames, but we also like DJ Snake, like blah, blah, blah. We chose DJ Snake over Thames, and Thames brings out Justin Bieber.
Yep.
The love of my life. The only person I've ever loved since I was a child to now.
And we went to DJ Snake being like, he has that song with Justin. Maybe he'll bring Justin out.
I wanted to I was literally like, God.
Yeah,
like
that was a brutal discovery.
Yes, it was.
That we missed Justin Bieber.
Because we were like in the middle of doing something, and then Kiki texted us and was like, Thames bought out Justin Bieber. And I literally was like, no, no, thank you.
Oh my God.
And you know what? It's okay in a way, because I could say that I was at that Coachella, but also we did see him last year and he had his shirt off and he looked incredible.
Oh, and the year before.
That's true.
Daniel Caesar brought him out.
Yeah. And didn't Ariana Grande bring him out as well? Incredible.
We've seen him a couple times at Coachella.
Right.
Would have been nice to see him again.
It would have been nice. Also, Will Smith came out with J Balvin.
Yep.
Insane. Will Smith. Will Smith is kind of cool. He's like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's like cool. He's like the dad.
Yeah, like
we love the Smiths.
The Smiths.
We love them. We did see them walking around.
Yeah.
They're always at Coachella. I always see Jaden. I always see Willow.
Yeah.
But I love them.
Oh yeah.
And then we ended Coachella with Miss Doja Cat, which we saw Doja Cat 2 years ago at Coachella, and she was good. I thought it was a good set. A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was fine.
I thought it was good.
Year, she stepped her pussy up.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When I saw the lineup for Coachella, I was like, Lana for sure makes sense. She hasn't performed at Coachella in a long time. She's doing really great, pinnacle of her career right now.
Yep.
Tyler doing some great stuff. I think he put out an album not too long ago. But Doja, I was like, okay, yeah, she does have new music, but I don't really know what she's giving right now because we haven't heard from her, whatever. And I really was like, she's going to be absolutely fine. Like, if anything, she has great music. She'll put on a good show. And my expectations, no offense to Miss Doja Cat.
Yeah.
But my expectations were not very high.
I thought it was going to be fine.
Yes. I thought it was literally going to be fine. And when she started, she absolutely ate me the fuck up. Like, I was like, I truly was in shock. It was like the imagery, like the sound effects, like everything was like a masterclass, I think, of how to put on either a show if you're returning from not performing for a long time, or putting on one of the biggest shows of like your career. Like,
yeah, she looked incredible. Hair, makeup, the outfit, amazing. The choreography was amazing. The dancers, the visuals of it all, like the song she chose at the end, she was in a mud pit. Like it was amazing,
insane. Like I genuinely, like, I think I've been to Coachella a couple times now. There are a couple artists where I've literally felt like, oh my God, this is incredible. Like Beyonce can never be done again. Like Rosalia, like
oh my God,
she surprised me so much because she put on such a good show. Like the camera work, everything was beautiful. And Doja Cat, literally, like literally the camera work, the visuals, like the rap, like everything was so well put together that I like was in awe of her. And I think the whole night I kept looking at Seth being like, is she fucking kidding? Like this is insane.
We were speechless. I mean, that'll go down in the history books. I think it was iconic.
That was insane.
But that was Coachella.
That was Coachella weekend 1. And I think like weekend 1 is one of those that you like, it's fun because it's like the first weekend of Coachella and you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what to expect. And it's just like, you're just like getting yourself ready, you know, you're having a good time, whatever. And you're kind of living in the moment. And then weekend 2, which we're going to weekend 2 as well, I think is even better because if you've seen a couple people and you go to both weekends, if you've seen a couple people, you can choose. I'm excited to see new artists. Like we had to make some cuts and not see some people we really wanted to. And we have weekend 2 now. We're going to see some new artists, see some new sets. I want to like, there's some that I want to see again. Like, I'm excited. You can kind of nail down a little bit more like what you want to see and what to expect and how crowded it's going to be. This year wasn't as crowded. I think there were several reasons for that. The cold. I think a lot of people left early because it was so cold. I think that was for sure the cold. It was freezing. And like people, when they go to Coachella, they do not dress for the elements ever.
No, asses out. Everyone wants to look like a slut. I had no shirt on, like, you know.
Period. I mean...
But that's not conducive to the cold, to the 40 degrees, the blistering wind. Like, we just weren't prepped for it.
Exactly. So I think weekend 2 is going to be really great because we can jump around. We know what to expect. And then also, like, the pressure is off when it comes to weekend 2 because most of the people who go to Coachella to be at Coachella are gone.
Yes. Weekend 1, everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to have their pictures, their moments, their paparazzi. They want to be seen at the cool parties. There's no neon. There's no like there's not many parties weekend 2. So like it's just a little more chill. I honestly think there's more celebs weekend 2.
Yeah, I think so. And then I also think more art, like people, if they didn't bring out anyone weekend 1, sometimes they do a lot more people on weekend 2 just to like really close it out and it really like big. On a bang.
Why do I feel like the guests weekend 2 that people bring out are better than weekend 1?
Girl, I'm just hoping that it's absolutely insane.
And I think we should put this out into the universe to manifest it. We want to see Drake.
We do want to see Drake.
So someone please bring out Drake.
Yes.
Or headline next year.
Yes. So but as for Coachella weekend 1, my recap, review, whatever, I would give Coachella, if I had to give it a score, maybe a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Not a 10 out of 10, just because I feel like half the time my feet did hurt. Not all the time, but some of the time my feet hurt. And it only gets a deduction point for that.
Okay.
But everything else, really good. Oh, actually, no. It gets a deduction point for my feet and for the prices of the food.
Oh my God. The prices of the food are just out of control.
This year, okay, I know like we were like, but this year, the prices... I feel like they were way more than they've ever been.
Yeah. I mean, to literally get any food $25, $30 at least.
Literally.
For like chicken fingers, for like some dumplings, $20.
Right.
I would get a California roll, which is rice, avocado, and crab. 20. I got one sushi roll and a lemonade. It was $40. $40. Was it nice sushi? You're like, oh, if you go to a nice sushi restaurant, it can be kind of pricey.
Right.
No, it was like very basic. It was just your plain California roll, $40. The prices were bananas.
Insane. They were insane. Like, I think, yeah, it gets a deduction point for the food prices being so crazy this year.
Do you remember the seltzer we bought? It was like it was alcohol, but it was like a canned little seltzer. You know, you can go to the store, buy a pack of White Claws for like $20. One can was $20.
Oh, the pineapple?
The pineapple. It was $20.
I'm not doing that again.
It was good, but $20?
Yeah.
Those cans are like $3 each.
No. If anything, if we want to drink this time, I'm literally going to the bar and I'm going to be like, can I get a shot of something?
Yeah, just straight liquor.
Because shots, I feel like, are cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they are at Coachella, but
usually I feel like a shot's like $8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you get three shots for the price of a motherfucking seltzer.
Right.
Yeah, the prices were a little bananas.
Yeah.
But we would have a big breakfast. I want to make sure we have a big lunch before we go. And then you only have to buy like one food item.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what it gets dings from me, but everything else was gorgeous, beautiful, well done, well put together. Actually, no, it gets the 9 is a 9 because also there were a lot of technical difficulties this weekend. So hopefully next weekend
they kind of figured that out.
We figured that out.
Yeah, mine gets a deduction. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was the cold. Not that anyone could control it, but I've just lately I can't stand the cold.
Yeah.
It's like miserable if I'm cold. Like, I don't know. I used to be able to put up, I also weighed 100 pounds more than I do right now. I just can't put up with any sort of cold. It literally ruins it. So that is why I give it a deduction. Not that was anyone's fault or in anyone's control, but Mother Nature. But this weekend, it's going to be way hotter. It's going to be like 30 degrees warmer. When everyone was like dying and sweating, I was like, I'm so happy. I love when it's like 100 degrees. I'm sweating. Sign me up. That's what I want.
Okay. I don't agree with that.
I know I'm kind of like I'm a soul one on that. I love when it's like 100 degrees and I'm sweating.
God, I'm a natural. I get cold very easily all the time. So being cold, definitely not my favorite thing, especially when I'm like shivering, but I would rather be like cold than hot. So this weekend, I'm really hoping it's not fucking like hot, because I still want to wear like pants, sneaker. Like I can't.
It's still going to be cold at night.
Okay, perfect.
Like it's going to be like how it is every year, but it's just not going to be like bitterly cold at night. It's just going to be like 70 degrees instead of like 50.
But I'm just going to wear what I can and hopefully make it there.
Yes.
That's all I can hope for is making it there. Because right now, how I feel right now, exhaustion.
Thank God it's only Tuesday. We don't have to go until Friday afternoon. So we have multiple days of recovering. We're just going to be like chilling. We watched Drag Race all day yesterday. I want to go lay by the pool one day. Like we're just going to take it easy, relax. This has been well earned. Yeah. Well deserved. Get away from the craziness. Just relax and get ready for weekend 2.
Yeah. And that'll be the real tea of it all.
Yeah.
Then we'll give you our all over Coachella. That will give us the ability to give you an all over Coachella 2024 as a whole recap and review.
Yes. And
we'll give you the real tea, and then we can tell you maybe which our favorite Coachella we've been to is.
Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. If you're listening when this comes out, it's day 1 of Coachella. So go check out our Instagrams if you want to see our photos, our outfits, how they all turned out. If you want to keep up with us, over weekend too. Watch our stories. We'll be posting about it. So go check out our Instagrams if you want to get the insider tea. Watch stuff happens in real time.
Yes.
And we also have a podcast, Instagram and TikTok as well.
We do.
Maybe weekend too, we could like post on it, and we'll keep you guys updated over there too. So yeah.
Okay.
We love you so much. Thanks for listening.
We love you. We hope you enjoyed this episode, even though we're cracked out.
Yeah. If this episode didn't make any sense, it's because we have like 4 brain cells left. We're going to try the next few days to build up our store of brain cells that we've lost. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
But we love you guys.
We love you.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Love you, toots.